Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, Wuthering Waves 3.0 is here. And as we're all familiar with this page, there's a lot of new content that's actually going to be arriving with the version. And one thing that Kuro Games has actually done that's a little bit sneaky, but does make a lot of sense, is they've actually leaked what you're going to pre-farm for when it comes to Mornye. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Kuro has accidentally put information in the game that tells you pretty much, well, I would say about 60% of what you're going to need to do if you plan on actually building this character. And it's not going to be evident at first glance, right? Because one thing that Kuro's done recently is in the Crossing Stars menu, they've actually taken out the next upcoming unit, which can kind of suck for people that are getting ready for a pre-release, right? But one thing that Kuro hasn't taken out are some of their pre-existing echo management features. Because one thing that I actually noticed, right? If you go to suggestion, right? And again, I'm just going to do this straight. And you replace all of your features. One thing you notice over here is that, oh, 4 cost common, crit rate, crit damage makes sense on all of these, right? But when you go to cost 4, you see Halo of Starry Radiance. Everyone knows that Halo of Starry Radiance is going to be Mornye's set. Then you see over here, okay, not really any new information. But then you see, in cost 3 healing, ER on Halo of Starry Radiance. Pre-locked by the devs. Because once again, I'm taking what Kuro Games is suggesting that I lock. When I do that, they're telling me to lock ER3 costs on Halo of Starry Radiance. Do you also want to know what 1 cost they're telling me to lock on this set? Not attack. You don't see it here. You don't see Halo Starry Radiance here under attack. You don't see it under HP. All you see is Cartithia's set and Rejuvenating Glow for Baizhin Shorekeeper. But you do see it show up over here. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, Kuro Games gave me this. These are auto-suggested from the devs. And the devs are suggesting you lock every single defense piece on this set. And they are suggesting you lock every single ER3 cost on this set, and also every healing bonus on this set. If it's not clear what this is telling you, let me just spell it out. Mornye is going to be a defense scaling and ER scaling healer. That's what it means. She's going to be a defense and ER scaling healer. And you want to know how I know she's also going to be ER scaling? Because otherwise, you probably have main defense under here as well. But it's specifically being called out as ER for a reason. And do you want to know what you're able to do right now, ladies and gentlemen? I found out this information yesterday. Somebody on my Discord actually showed footage of that. And I was like, holy shit, you could just start building this character now. And, well, what better holder of a defense scaler than an actual existing defense character, ladies and gentlemen? Because you want to know who else is a Broadblade user? Tao Chi. So Tao Chi can also hold your Discord, which is likely going to be a viable weapon for any healer because it just gives you straight concerto energy, has dog shit attack, but who cares about low base attack if you scale off of defense, right? Who cares about low base attack on a weapon if you scale off of not attack, right? So you probably do want to get a Discord ready. I don't know if it's actually going to be good on her, but the stats look fantastic with a massive amount of fucking ER, which I assume Mornye is going to need because it's recommending the stat for her, and it's great for defense scalers because the attack is really low. That's something to think about, right? You also have the potential to level up some echoes, because guess what, guys? I just leveled up the echoes that they told me to save. So now I just farmed these. And obviously, I don't think I'm going to fully use all of these on release. Some of, like, I don't think this one's going to be that good. This one looks pretty dog shit to me. But I'm taking the same philosophy that I have for every support. If it has an ER substat, it's good. And so my goal when I'm pre-farming for this character, knowing the limited information I do, if it has an ER substat, keep it. Yeah. And that probably will work out for you. Just get your defense and then your ER pieces. And then if it has ER on it, you probably will be fine. And then try to grab some defense rolls along the way. But other than that, it should be a pretty fair way to prep for the character. And I guess you can get started on the 4 costs as well, because you can farm for the Halo of Starry Radiance 4 costs. I'm personally going to build like a defense one, a crit one, and then also like a healing bonus one. I'm gonna like try to build all 3 and then see which one that she needs. But yeah, you can farm these as well, and you probably are going to have to because these are what you need to level her up to. So yeah, this character, ladies and gentlemen, with the information that we received, as long as you're comfortable like building multiple 4 costs like I am right now, like I'm just hoping I get ER. Okay, that's my goal, is to just get a 4 cost of all the different types, 1 on defense, 1 on crit, and then 1 on HP. Probably not this attack one, though. And then just kind of, like, take it from there. But, yeah, I think all of you guys have all the information you... Like, surely we get ER, right? That defense roll is good, though. Surely we get ER, right? That might be good. Who knows? Anyways, I'm just building up a collection right now because it doesn't really matter that much, right? We'll just see. But for these other ones, I think you got a pretty comfortable direction for where you might want to go. Yeah, no, I'm just having fun at this point. I'm waiting on the full details over Kit to see what exactly the best micromanaging is going to be, and then we'll move forward from there. But for now, I think you guys can get started a lot earlier than you might have anticipated. Because, as you can see over here, this set is kind of cracked, guys. It gives up to a 25% attack boost. Rejuvenating Glow only gives like 15. So this is up to 10% higher than Rejuvenating Glow. It might be incredibly fucking strong. Just keep that in mind. It's already showing to be 10% stronger than Rejuvenating Glow. But just letting you guys know that. That might mean this character is actually incredibly powerful. We will see. Last thing I'll say is that apparently the 4-cost Echo on this set, it has a passive bonus that gives you 10% ER. So if Mornye has any ER requirements, this should make it even easier for you to reach those levels. So yeah, that's something that's going to be there as well. Not quite as good as the Fallacy of No Return, but still pretty decent regardless. That's going to be the purpose of our video today, ladies and gentlemen. Just to let you get all situated, just to let you all know that Kuro Games has gotten into some pre-release stuff for Mornye. And while naturally, right, we didn't get the chance to play her in the quest, we didn't really get a chance to see her that much during the quest, what we know is that the second half of 3.0 is really going to be heavily tailored around her. And what better way to get ready for a new character release in the story than to pre-farm pretty much everything they'll need on release? Because like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, you can get everything. Reactor Husk Bosk is there, and then the weekly challenge mats that you're going to need. Well, there's a reason why she uses the Hikari ones. So no matter where you are in the story, it's going to be really easy to farm for those as well. That's going to be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought and whether or not this information was helpful as we head into the second half of version 3.0. Peace out.